What does TargetCancer Foundation mean to me? Hope.
Possibilities.
Promise.
In one word, inspiration.
Hope.
Hope.
Hope to find better treatment and perhaps a cure.
It means a promise that I'm doing something so other people won't have to suffer.
What does Target Cancer mean to me? Legacy.
To us, it means community.
Community.
Community, providing a network of support and hope in the face of extreme adversity.
It gave me hope to know that not only were you focusing on rare cancers, you were focusing on the rare cancer that my family member had.
The word is out and people are in the fight against cancer.
Knowing that Target Cancer Foundation's efforts supports research that could potentially lead to a successful cancer treatment provides hope. Hope for a cure and hope for a better tomorrow.
Good evening and welcome everyone to the Target Cancer Foundation 2020 Virtual Gala. We are so excited to be here with you tonight and celebrate the achievements of this remarkable organization. I'm Vanessa Welch, the evening anchor for Boston 25 News, and I'm married to Jason Brewer, who's also a meteorologist here at the station. We have 3 young boys and we love living in New England. I was introduced to Target Cancer Foundation last year, and when I met with them, I literally cried. And I can't tell you how much it means to me to be here and to know that there is an organization working to cure rare cancers. Let me tell you a little bit about my story and why I chose to get involved with Target Cancer Foundation. 5 years ago, my mom started feeling some pain in her right side. She had lost a lot of weight and we were really concerned, but we were never prepared for what would happen next. My mom, Jean, was diagnosed with stage 4 bile duct cancer, and the cancer had spread all over her body. Doctors told us there was really nothing they could do for her. They said chemo might buy her a little bit more time, but because this cancer is so rare, there wasn't any specific chemo for cholangiocarcinoma. And we were stunned. I mean, we could not believe that there really weren't any treatment options. So we all soaked up the next few months and made as many memories as we could. And at the age of 68, just 5 short months after being diagnosed, my mom went to heaven. And we're grateful that she's free from pain, but I miss her every single day. And I don't want another family to lose a loved one to this horrible, horrible cancer. This is why I'm so excited to be part of this evening, because tonight we are going to get closer to a cure. And while we all hope to be together in person, the staff and fantastic team of volunteers have worked extremely hard to create a very special event for all of you who are joining us tonight. And you know, we wouldn't be here without the amazing support of our title sponsors, Mintz, Levin and Foundation Medicine, as well as our presenting sponsors, Agios, Choate Hall and Stewart, Daiichi Sankyo, Insight, and Marsh and McLennan Agency. Big thanks to all of our sponsors for the many ways that you support this important work. Throughout the evening, you will hear the powerful voices of the Target Cancer Foundation community and learn about the impact their work is having on patients, families, researchers, doctors, and more. Target Cancer Foundation is committed to continuing this work uninterrupted despite the challenges caused by COVID-19. And your support tonight is especially critical in the current circumstances, so please give generously and give what you can. But before we get started, there are just a few logistical details that I want to go over with you. If you've not registered for the gala, please text TCF Gala to 76278. Now, this is going to allow you to bid on tonight's incredible silent auction items or make a donation to support Target Cancer Foundation's work. You can also go directly to the special Gala website, tcfgala.givesmart.com, to register and access the auction. And lastly, don't forget to share your Gala experience on social media tonight. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Target Cancer, and also stay connected by liking and sharing posts using the hashtag TCFGala20. Now let's get started. I am so pleased to introduce Target Cancer Foundation's Executive Director, Jim Palma. You know, Jim is recognized as a big leader in the field of rare cancer research and advocacy. He has been the guiding force for this organization for 10 years. You'll hear from him now about the most exciting initiative the foundation has ever launched and just how much of an impact this study stands to have in the rare cancer world.
Hi, I'm Jim Palma, and I'm the Executive Director of Target Cancer Foundation. And on behalf of everyone at Target Cancer Foundation, I'd like to thank you for joining us for this unique event. And while I'm very sorry that we can't be together in person, I certainly hope that you and your families are all staying safe and healthy throughout this crisis. Here at Target Cancer Foundation, the work hasn't stopped. In mid-March, we left our offices. The next day, we were up and running virtually, and we haven't slowed down since. While of course the Gala is an opportunity to raise funds, it's also an opportunity for us to bring our community together every year. We were especially excited this year to bring our community together to tell you about a brand new initiative that we're working on and that we're incredibly proud of. You may have seen that last month, Target Cancer Foundation announced TRACK, a major new clinical study that will enroll 400 patients with rare cancers. TRACK is by far the largest initiative that we've ever taken on, and it represents a significant shift in how we will do our work in support of rare cancer patients and researchers. Over the past 11 years, we've been proud to support millions of dollars in rare cancer research grants. With TRACK, we're shifting our strategy, and rather than supporting research happening at other places, we're developing and driving the research ourselves. So in the next year, TRACK will enroll 400 patients with rare cancers, including 100 patients with cholangiocarcinoma. The patients enrolled in this study will receive genomic testing, which will provide them with personalized information about their cancer. After that, a team of experts will convene, look at the reports that were generated about that testing, and give treatment recommendations to the patient and their treating physicians. These recommendations will help patients and their doctors identify the best treatment path possible, whether for on-label, off-label, or clinical trial treatments. This is especially important in rare cancers where often there's no effective treatment at all. And at the same time, we'll be generating critical research data to help move the entire rare cancer research field forward. TRACK was designed using a remote consenting system, and what that means is that patients can enroll from wherever they live, with no limitations on geographic areas and no requirement to travel to a major academic medical center. As you can imagine, the health and economic impact of traveling to a faraway medical center to participate in a clinical study is only magnified during the COVID crisis. TRACK was intentionally designed to alleviate that kind of a barrier. Target Cancer Foundation has been supported by an incredibly generous community throughout its history. Today, I want to make sure I take a moment to point out one member of that community, and that's the law firm of Mintz Levin. From the earliest days of Target Cancer Foundation, Mintz Levin has been one of our most steadfast supporters. Today, that support continues in various ways, whether through support for this gala, through the volunteer group who helped us put this event together, or through the pro bono representation as we put TRACK together. We're grateful for Mintz Levin and Bob Popio's support of all of our work. The past several months have been incredibly challenging for everybody. That's especially true for patients facing rare cancers. They continue to need innovative treatments and support as they navigate the very complex world of a rare cancer diagnosis. A few years ago, I was introduced to Pete Pfeiffer through a mutual friend, and this was shortly after Pete's diagnosis with the cholangiocarcinoma. We spoke on the phone a few times, and after that, whenever he would come to Boston for treatment, we'd have an opportunity to meet up and catch up in person. Pete's become a good friend to me personally, but he's also been an inspiration to me in the way that he's empowered himself with information and chosen his own individual path in how he's pursuing his treatment for cancer. I'm grateful that Pete is joining us to tell his story, which I'm sure will inspire all of you the way that it's inspired me over the past several years.
So I had a physical, and I didn't go in for the physical because of the cyst. I was like, hey, while I'm here, can you check me out? And they say, you're in great shape, but let's take a blood test. Well, the liver enzymes were elevated, and after 3 cycles, and they realized I wasn't drinking or any kind of medication. They put the CT and MRI on me, and I got the call. The tumor was the size of a grapefruit. It was wrapped around my portal vein. They couldn't operate. They were at a loss. And the GI physician, so very, very supportive, said, Pete, I don't know where you should go from here. I mean, this is a very rare cancer. I have friends in other hospitals, but I can't get you in. I got a lot of suggestions. I went to a couple hospitals, and I didn't like what I heard. I got a call from a friend named Chris. Chris happened to be a prior member of the Target Cancer Board. And he said, hey, Pete, I know exactly what you have. I think you should take a look at this with Target Cancer, and I can hook you up with Jim Palma. I picked up the phone and called Jim, and immediately I felt like I was in just a big pillow. I felt at ease. He said, hey, I heard about it. Talk to me more. Let me tell you what's going on. He said, would you be interested to see somebody at Mass General? I said, yes, I would. By talking to Target Cancer, I knew going up that something good was going to happen. I knew it. We linked up with the hospital, and they said, we can work with you on this. I remember leaving, driving home. I called Chris back. I said, Chris, there's hope that we may have a plan. And that's the first time there was something there to work with. The combination of, the friends, Target Cancer, and the connections they have and the research that they publish, the physicians that they work with, and the caring attitude that everybody represents was just so special. It was so special. Jim talked to me about all kinds of things in progress when, I first got diagnosed over 2 years ago. And it's 2 years later, and I am participating in some of that therapy. It basically arrests the spread of this cancer. It doesn't cure me of it, but it buys you time. And then he says, well, there's more coming. Things are moving so quickly. Well, again, for me, and I'm sure it's the same for others, but for me, the game is the laying deck, right? I would say I was pretty structured, pretty disciplined. I used to be a professional triathlete, so I kept exercising, running, biking, swimming. I lift weights in the morning. They're down 30%, the weight size, because I'm so weak, but I'm still doing it. That's the point. I'm not giving up. I'm leaning forward. I'm not quitting. I think it's important for folks to strive to, continue to do things that make them feel normal. I leverage the character traits that I've known through the years, and, in the military and leading teams and to being a professional athlete, and a semi-pro. I mean, you dig deep. You dig deep. For those listening, when I speak, it's what can they get out of it? What can they learn from a difficult journey? And I talk a lot about character and caring for others and the gifts that they have, and don't sell themselves short. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Your legacy is what you give to others, and that's what motivates me continuously. And that's what gives me energy. That's what gives me energy to fight this thing, because I've been given time for a reason. I have no understanding why, and that's why I'm so careful. Because tomorrow, with the click of a finger, something could change inside of me. My bile ducts could shut down. And again, I'm at peace with that, but it's like, hey, I'm in pain. It's a journey. I'm grateful, and I'm pressing on. That's it. And here's what I'm doing about it. I'm good because my support group started Cancer, Mass General, my family, and my faith. As it relates to the linkage to Target Cancer and the physicians and the research, without them being inspired by you, the patient, they wouldn't desire to move forward, right? So, I've got these cancer brethren, and I want to remind them that they inspire others. Target Cancer works for them. They're inspired by trying to help them out. And the physicians and the researchers are inspired by them. You can't quit. You can't quit. Think about the legacy and the links of those prior to us that helped us progress to getting closer to the cure. And we may not see the cure before we go. We may not, but we'll be another valuable link in that chain. And I can't emphasize enough that you guys got to keep going. You got to lean forward. You can't quit. You can't.
Thank you, Pete, for sharing your story. You truly are an inspiration to all of us, and we are standing with you on this journey. You know, when you hear firsthand how Target Cancer Foundation is building life-changing connections, it really reinforces the importance and impact of this work. So now we're going to take a moment so that each of us can take one small action to ensure that we continue to strengthen these bonds well into the future. Joining me now is a special guest. He's actually the man who introduced me to Target Cancer Foundation, and he has become a dear friend. Hi, Jerry.
Hi, Vanessa. Good to be here, and good evening to everybody. My name's Jerry Alderman. I'm CEO of Marsh McLennan Agency, a TCF board member, a proud father of 3, and widow to my beautiful wife, Martha, who passed away a year ago from cholangiocarcinoma. For all of you with us here tonight, we're asking you to dedicate the next minute to ensure that Target Cancer Foundation can continue its groundbreaking work. When the clock starts, you will have 60 seconds, and we're asking as many of you as possible to donate to TCF online. If you're watching tcfgala.givesmart.com, simply click on the donate button on the left sidebar. If you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, open in a new tab and go to tcfgala.givesmart.com to make your gift. Okay, here we go.
Jerry, I have some exciting news. An anonymous donor has committed to matching all gifts made during this donation sprint, up to $10,000. So if you haven't made your donation yet tonight, please do so now. Your contribution will have double the impact.
Wow, that's incredible. No excuses now. Please give what you can. Turn your $25 donation into $50 or your $500 into $1,000. No matter the size, your donation really makes a difference.
Just 30 seconds to go now. Let's help fund all of this fantastic work supporting patients, their families, and researchers.
Thank you all for your donations. Remember, the match only applies to gifts that are made during the sprint, so get your donation in now. 15 seconds to go.
We are so close. Help Target Cancer continue to fund groundbreaking initiatives like the TRACK study.
Okay, last 5 seconds. Have your gift matched.
And that's it.
Wow, that's really amazing. What a terrific community. Thank you, everybody, for your generosity and participation.
Yes, thank you, Jerry, and thank you to everyone for supporting Target Cancer Foundation this evening. Your generosity will benefit so many members of the rare cancer community. Thank you.
My older sister, Laurie Condon Hodges, passed away in 2015 after living with cholangiocarcinoma for nearly 4 years. She continued to participate in drug trials even after she knew that she would not live long enough to benefit from the research, in the hope that it would help others. Supporting Target Cancer Foundation has been a way for me to carry on her legacy and her memory.
Target Cancer Foundation is a community of very dedicated and kind people, and we are grateful to be a part of the meaningful work they do. Our family was faced with the sad reality of no treatment options years ago. Thank you, Target Cancer Foundation, for now giving hope and community to families facing rare cancer.
My cousin Paul started Target Cancer while he was still engaged in his own battle with a rare cancer. Now, through that legacy, in many ways he's still here with us, still engaged in the battle, and calling on all of us as allies in that cause to battle rare cancer.
One person's moment of inspiration and moment of trial can turn into so much sustaining good toward the curing of rare cancers, toward the funding for research, toward an end result that goes far beyond what the original moment of inspiration and and hardship was. It takes something that was really bad and makes it really good.
So I'm a software engineer and data scientist by training, and TargetCancer Foundation has inspired me to contribute to open source software projects. These provide tools for researchers to discover and treat diseases, including rare cancers. And TargetCancer Foundation has really shown me that my individual contributions can have real impact.
Jim's leadership across the entire cancer community has brought together some of the best minds in research and patient advocacy across all major cancers to collaborate with each other, to share our knowledge, to share our discoveries, so that we can benefit from each other in escalating our path to a cure. Thank you, Target Cancer. This is the reason why I personally support Target Cancer, because of this great spirit.
I think we all know how much Target Cancer Foundation has impacted the world with all their terrific contributions to research and support for patients with rare cancers and diseases. But when I think about what it's done for our family, I think it's shown our daughters that you can really make a change. And that's something that their Uncle Paul would be really proud of.
The Target Cancer Foundation provided a welcoming community, especially at a time when my family really needed the support. It gave us courage and determination to keep going, just knowing that there were caring and committed people working very hard to find answers and solutions and cures. We never felt alone. Thank you, Target Cancer Foundation. We will be forever grateful.
For one, I really enjoyed being a member of Target Cancer Foundation's Boston Marathon team in 2020. And in a year when the Boston Marathon itself ended up being canceled, we were still able to make the most of the virtual marathon option. I also celebrate the generous donations that have enabled us to reach my fundraising target. And lastly, I'm celebrating all the relationships that we've been able to build and nurture along the way, as well as the support of friends and family. I'm incredibly proud of what we have accomplished, and I'm so thankful for all the relationships that we've built.
I can always count on Target Cancer to be a beacon of light to the rare cancer medical community, supporting research, as well as the rare cancer patient community, supporting patients. Thank you for being a lifeline to all of us, Target Cancer.
I've been connected to Target Cancer Foundation for the past 8 years since my dad passed away from cholangiocarcinoma. It's been remarkable to see how much Target Cancer has grown and the difference that they're able to make. Their research, their hard work, the communities that they've built are making a difference and giving hope to people who didn't have it before. And I'm proud to be a friend and partner with Target Cancer Foundation.
Target Cancer Foundation has provided our family with resources, information, and friendship. Unfortunately, our mom passed away in March of 2020 from cholangiocarcinoma after nearly 7 years. However, through the friendships that I've made, the relationships that I've built, I look forward to helping other families through this journey.
My son wasn't able to take advantage of Target Cancer Foundation, but through the love of Paul Poth, who started this, and his family who keeps it on, and the love of the scientists and the researchers who must love their work, who were born to figure out puzzles, and the volunteers and the donors, we're able to create a community together to help everyone else who suffers from these cancers. So, love and action and community, that's what this has done for me and my family.
What an amazing testament to the power of Target Cancer Foundation's work and the difference that your support is making. Now I want to introduce you to Kristen Palma, president of Target Cancer Foundation. It was her husband, Paul Poth, who founded Target Cancer while he was facing cholangiocarcinoma in 2009. And from the beginning, Kristen has helped guide the foundation, often from behind the scenes, to support Paul's vision and carry on his legacy. And what an incredible legacy it is. Welcome, Kristen.
Hi, I'm Kristen Palma, president of Target Cancer Foundation. I have to admit, I really miss seeing you all tonight. Every year we look forward to joining together with this incredible community.
There's a silver lining though. There are many who are able to join tonight who wouldn't be able to come to Boston. We have friends watching from across the country, as far as Nebraska and California, and even across the ocean in Italy and the UK. It amazes me every year to see how much we've grown and the impact that we have. When my husband Paul started Target Cancer Foundation 11 years ago, the feeling that he and I faced, besides fear, was isolation. Isolation of hearing a diagnosis of a disease we had never heard of before. Isolation in hearing that there was no effective treatment for this disease. And isolation in hearing that no one was even trying to find an effective treatment. We were in our 30s with a new baby, and none of this made sense to us. And we felt totally alone. In these days of COVID, I think we can all understand this feeling of isolation and the need to connect with others who have a similar experience. This is what I celebrate, the strength of this community of families and caregivers and patients who come together to support each other in times of need, who step up and are there for each other, who volunteer even in challenging times. It's a community that we didn't have, but it's one that I'm so proud to be a part of today. And now, with our new track project, we will have a whole new community of rare cancer patients who will be able to access the best information about their disease without even leaving their homes. This access to and equity to information is long overdue for rare cancer patients, and I know Paul would be so proud, as I am. We would not have gotten to this point without the support of so many of you, and we thank you for standing by us all of these years. Paul, in his hardest moments, understood the importance of this work, and he wanted rare cancer patients to have a better experience than he did. And this is what we work so hard for at Target Cancer Foundation every day, thanks to you. Connection means everything today, and music is all about connection. I think that's why Paul wanted it to be a part of our foundation in those early days. Tonight, I'm so excited to share with you the music of someone who's been with us from the beginning, who performed at our first two galas in 2010 and 2011. Will Daly is someone who's one of the best at creating connection through his music. He is a 3-time Boston Music Award winner, a national and internationally acclaimed singer and songwriter, but most of all, a kind and generous person. I'm so excited to share his music with you tonight. Thank you all for being a part of this evening, and now enjoy a few minutes with Will Daly.
Hello everyone, my name is Will Daly, and despite not actually being able to be together, it is an honor for me to be back playing music for a Target Cancer event. I've had people in my family that we've lost to cancer, people who have fought and won cancer, as we all have. And everyone in their battles always has music by their side. It's always full circle to be using songs to get us through. This is a song called Rescue. Crawled into my life, in rags and desperation. All you needed was a line. I wasn't much better of myself. I was as lost as anyone else. You crawled to me, somehow you knew it'd be just what you need. From the outside, I know it seems that I rescued you, but you rescued had days to celebrate. Days we lost to madness. Days that got away. I gave you shelter from storms rolling in. You got me out, baby, into the wind. Call to me. Somehow you knew it'd be just what we need. From the outside, I know it seems that I rescued you, but you rescued me. Well, I rescued you, but you rescued me. We were a cloud that you could paddle through right on. We got off the ground, so now it's you who's gone on to be one of the stars that will shine down on me. And from the outside, I know it seems I rescued you, but you rescued me. Well, I rescued you, but you rescued me. I rescued you, you rescued me. I rescued you, you rescued me. I rescued you, you rescued me. I rescued you. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you for that fabulous performance, Will. You know, music truly is a powerful connector, and we appreciate you sharing your talent with us tonight. We are so grateful to everyone who has come together to make this event so special. Thank you again to all of our sponsors, to Pete Pfeiffer, to our volunteers, and most of all, to all of you for joining us and supporting this work. We find so much strength and purpose in our community, and it wouldn't be possible without each and every one of you. One last reminder, that auction will close tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you were thinking about making one last bid in support of rare cancer research, now is the time. It has been such a pleasure for me to be a part of this remarkable evening. And as I said in the beginning, this work has personal meaning to me. And I'm so proud to join this community in making a difference for patients and their families facing rare cancers. It's not an easy road to be on, but together we can collectively provide meaningful support and significant change for the rare cancer community. If you haven't yet made that donation tonight, you still can, or you can always visit www.targetcancerfoundation.org to donate there. And we want to end the night remembering why we're all here. The loved ones who are no longer with us, but are always in our hearts and on our minds, and who inspire us and motivate us every day to make a difference and to make this a little bit better for the next patient and the next family. We remember all of them. Good night, and thank you all for joining us, for your generosity and your support of the great work of Target Cancer Foundation.